Well, the NACS school board election is over, and I'm going to show you the final results, and you will be surprised at what really happened. The truth is, the public showed up and voted for conservatives, and we had a victory. The board is better than we found it. Congratulations, Darren Vogt, on your victory. We clinched it. But also we had some losses. We could have done much better. In fact, we should have swept the floor of the liberals at the NACS district. I'm going to use the words conservative and liberal just for the sake of simplicity. Let's look at the data. You will be surprised. So we're going to come over to our Excel spreadsheet. These were the final results. Christie beat Ben. It's a fact. But when you come down here, Liz took first place. Darren took second place. The school board will now look as such. Christie will preside over District 3. Liz Hathaway and Darren Vogt got the seats for District 4. But now we have to talk about the uncomfortable thing. We have to talk about what should have happened. As you know, we had a split. We had too many conservatives on the ballot, and also we had one conservative who couldn't come off the ballot because he was traveling when the decision was made and couldn't legally do so. We're going to talk about all of that. Look at the data. It is unbelievable. So here we go. If you take, now first of all, I want to start with the presupposition that Darren Vogt was our champion candidate. He was, I would say, the front runner. He had the best chance. He's retired. He has resources, recognition. He was kind of a voter favorite, served his community in elections and in sports. So I would never expect Darren to have come off the ballot during our discussions. And I think with the results, it's clear he earned that seat. He worked his tail off, and all the efforts combined, we clinched that seat. So that leaves us with Christine Gilsinger and Jessica Hopkins and Rick Norton. Mike Shoney, thank you for withdrawing. That was crucial. So let's talk about how that works. It's really interesting how this works. If you take the average votes between Gilsinger and Hopkins, that gives you 3,867 votes on average. We're not going to say Jess was better than Christine or Christine was better than Jess. We're just going to average their two. And that's what it is. 3,867 votes. So what you do in this case is you say, what would happen if we never had these two ladies on the ballot? We would have taken those 3,867 and spread it across that third candidate. So if you look over here, we're just going to call that candidate the third conservative. When you add in the votes, plus 1934, plus 1934, we have Darren Vogt beating Liz Hathaway by 10.8%. Liz would have got second place. But look at this. Even if we suffered Rick's mistake of remaining on the ballot, we were only 49 votes away from winning the entire thing. Of course, Ben still lost to Christie, but we would have had Darren in first place and our third conservative in second place with only 49 more votes. That could have easily happened just with a simple two-way spread. So that's fascinating all in itself. So even with Rick Norton on the ballot consuming 1,050, we could have swept the floor. So let's keep looking here. This is not a hypothesis. These are real numbers. I think you can agree that these real numbers speak for themselves. It's not a stretch to say that these 3,867 would have gone to our people. Everyone knew, the public knew they were voting conservative when they voted for these folks. And the public knew who the liberals were, the ones who masked our children. So anyways, having said all that, Now, let's look at the outcome if we didn't just have one less candidate, but two less candidates. Look at this. Now we're still going to take the Gilsinger and Hopkins average. We're going to spread that across our third. And now we're going to take Rick Norton's votes and add those in. You give that 24-48. Look at this. Darren Vogt gets first place. He beats Liz Hathaway by 14.1%. She is losing. Then our third conservative gets second place, beating Liz Hathaway by 3.8%. Look at that. So if Rick could have got off the ballot timely and legally, and if our third conservative could have ran alone, we would have had a 4-1 conservative majority at the NACS district. I think Mrs. Schlatter would have been more influenced by those four than what we have now. These are the numbers. There's many different scenarios, but I think this is a very fair hypothesis. It's not a complex thing. So come back, one more review. Let's just say that we got one less candidate, okay? Our third candidate. Yes, Liz still would have won, but only by 48 votes, right? Only 48. Darren would have taken first place, 10.8% victory. That would have been acceptable. We could have suffered Rick's mistake, and we could have gone home with 2 seats. Now, 2 less candidates. Again, there you have it. A complete sweep. Liz Hathaway, no more. Eric Ellingson definitely didn't get it in that case as well. And Benjamin McDonald, close race. I can't believe he lost. But look at Michigan. They put Gretchen Whitmer back in. They put their oppressor back in. And she ran against a great-looking conservative female champion. How did that happen? Don't know. They're still fraud at state levels. But when you look at our NACS election, we all know what happened. The public did their part. They voted conservative. We got the votes. And if you add all the votes together, let's do that real quick. Let's just look at how many votes we got. In this box, I'm just going to, hey, let's just do the votes. We'll do libs. Let's add their votes. Equals Christie's plus Eric's plus Hathaway. Okay, so 17,000 conservatives equals Ben plus Darren plus Christine plus Jess plus Rick. Come on, guys. The public did their part. The public voted for the right people. We failed to work as a team. And this is what Mike Shoney said at breakfast the following week. The liberals will always work together and run their idiots, and the conservatives are always divided on principle. You can't have 2 Michael Jordans on the Chicago Bulls. If Michael Jordan, if there's 2 of him, you're not going to average 29 points a game. All you need is a Scottie Pippen and a Dennis Rodman getting the rebounds. It's clear what happened. Again, great work. The school board is better than it was when we found it. We got Darren Vogt in there. I never would have expected him to come off the ballot. It's better than we found it. Congratulations, Darren. We're there with you. We're going to support you. We know you're going to listen to us because we slaved our butts off for this campaign. And as you know, there's no way Darren would have got that without the efforts of the committee and the volunteers. So congratulations. We did great. We executed well, and we got a seat. We're a 3-2 majority. Unfortunately, it could have been much better. We could have had a complete sweep, and of course that's what I wanted, that's what we all wanted, but you can't have two Michael Jordans on the Chicago Bulls. We had a vote split, and so honestly, I think we should learn from this. We should, after our party, stay in touch, realize that this is a marathon. We're going to continue on in 2 more years. We have to execute better. We executed very well, right? We had one come off the ballot, and we had one not campaign, and we could have swept it. That 48 vote difference there. But had we executed with precision, NACS would be ours. It would be ours. And you know, who knows? Had we just maybe campaigned a little harder, maybe Ben would have pushed through and got Christie out. So anyways, take this for what it is. The numbers don't lie. I'm going to jump back over here. We're going to look at Excel. Doesn't lie. We outvoted them. We outworked them. But we had too many candidates on the ballot. And even in our first case scenario, with one less candidate, we still would have beat them. And then with 2 less candidates, we would have swept the floor, guaranteed. And that's the facts. So politics is work. Politics takes humility and planning. I think we all shared the same values. But when we left that final meeting, we left without achieving our end. It was our job to walk away with less candidates, and we didn't. So anyways, have a great day. And remember that marriage is very important. A strong marriage means strong campaigns. Unity in the home means unity in the community. And I look forward to seeing you all. Bring your spouse. Let's have a cocktail and some hors d'oeuvres and continue to form this movement as the time goes on. God bless you. Love you all. Thank you so much for buying the hoodies, canvassing, texting. It was fun. It was exhausting, but I'm so glad we did it. See you later.